Hey man, I gotta know. What are they biting on?
The end of my line. Here, try one of these finesse crawlers from D&D.
D&D baits are top quality baits in a large variety of colors and styles. D&D baits have been proven to work better than the national brands in the waters here in the Pacific Northwest. They create their baits custom to the water conditions. D&D makes the baits no one else will have. Catch D&D baits on Facebook. Land more fish.
Beat them senseless.
You and me and you, we gonna throw down. That's right, we gonna get serious.
You can run, but you can't hide.
It's time for the Fuller Broadcast with your host, Jeff Fuller.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fuller Broadcast, 24/7 sports news, live interviews, media coverage. I do interviews with fighters from the BKFC, UFC, MMA, Street Beefs, you name it, any athletes around the world. They're here to tell their stories, how their careers are in the fighting game, how well they accomplished their fights, their training. And so right now I want to give a warm welcome to Marcus, Street Beef fighter. Let's bring him up here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing good. So everybody out there, if you're listening, Marcus is the son of Eve Washington that sponsors my show and makes these products for me in the background. So give him a welcome, and hopefully we'll see his mom talk on the show here soon. So give us a little idea how you got into the fighting game. Did you start little, or when you were a little kid, or did you just jump right into it?
My first fight, I didn't start until I started fighting for Street Beefs, but I always worked out and stuff, so I was kind of in shape for it. But yeah, I didn't start fighting until I got into Street Beefs.
So what is your training like right now? From the COVID-19 started back in 2020, did it slow you down in 2020?
Yeah, when everything was closed down because I couldn't work out, so I was just doing little things at home, like jumping rope and just shadow boxing and stuff like that. But now I think everything's back open. I go like two days a week to the gym.
That must be really good that most of the gyms out where you're at are open, and I don't know if you guys are fully functional yet with getting a lot of people, but I've noticed there's fighters back in the west side going up north to Washington are having problems opening their gym. So their training right now is so bad, so they have to train in the back of the woods. So a lot of people have their different techniques now. So what is it like to be having a family like Street Beefs when you first started with Street Beefs? How was it? What was it like on your first matchup with Street Beefs?
My first fight, I got there, and it was surreal because I went from watching it on YouTube to actually being there. So that was pretty crazy. But other than that, it was like open arms. I was chilling in the yard. Scarface walked up, asked me where I was from and all that. Said, "Thanks for coming out." He realized like a couple more people were starting to come from Frederick, so he knew it was spreading more locally. Because closer guys were coming instead of traveling far. Yeah, it was fun. Good times. Everybody was positive, cheering people on. Get in your corner if you didn't have anybody.
So, was it difficult for you at first to learn what they did, the weight class, where weight class you got to be at, and who you would have to fight? Because I think you won't find out who you fight till that day, correct?
Yeah, unless you have like a beef match or set something up with somebody, it's kind of just like you show up there, they ask you your weight and if you actually train or whatnot, like how much experience you have. So when I went out there, I was probably like 145 my first fight, but I don't go to a gym, I just work out. So they matched me up with somebody, my size and experience, basically.
So what's really cool, if you are fighting regular with another opponent, but if you have a beef with somebody, just see just make an example. If you have a beef with your mom and your mom wants to fight you, would that ever happen? No, I'm just kidding, man. Just kidding. So how difficult is it? I know Street Beats is different rules with other promotions. So how long did it take you to get used to the rules they have?
It wasn't hard at all. It's just like be respectful. Obviously don't cross lines. Don't be like don't call people out disrespectfully. Trying to like talk trash and all that. Like if you want to fight somebody, just ask them to fight. You don't have to start a problem with them. Unless it's like somebody you have personal problems with. But it's not. It wasn't too hard.
So have you met Sunshine yet?
Not in person, but I've messaged her when I have questions and stuff like that.
So what was it like? Because when I met her, all the support she gives me, sharing all my shows, YouTube and everything. What is it like to have Sunshine, Chris, and Ashley to help that support and get you guys out there and try to get you guys to get a fight?
It's pretty cool. It's crazy. Like I talk to him a lot. Like it's not. I don't feel hesitant to ask them for anything. Like if I need help or if I have a problem with somebody, like I ask them how I should handle it, and if I already have a way, like I go tell them like, hey, this is how I'm about to handle this. If this is all right, and they always want to see me come out and help or fight. They like seeing me out there.
So what kind of techniques you have in training? Is your training different than anybody else?
I don't know. I do a lot of weightlifting. I shadow box and hold dumbbells when I shadow box. So I don't know how many people do that, but that helps with me. So I probably have some different things I do, but I wouldn't know off the top of my head because I don't really train with too many people. But I did start going to the neutral corner boxing where the Demon Boys train at. So I'm in a gym now.
So how old are you right now? Like in your 20s?
Yeah, I'm 27. I'm about to turn 28 on March 25th.
Oh, well, happy early birthday.
Thank
So
you.
so are you going to continue to strive your best in Street Beefs in the future to try to get more fights? Or are you going to try to work your way in getting to UFC or boxing pro, or what are we going to look for?
Oh yeah, I'm always trying to move up another level and do something bigger than the last thing I did. So whatever doors I open, I'm gonna take. So yeah, hopefully that leads to being pro. So
What separates you from? I know Street Beefs is different, but in your weight class, anybody you fight, what separates you from the other fighters, competition wise?
that I'm always trying to advance. Like I'm always trying to get better. I like fighting people stronger than me because that makes me like focus more on what I've done wrong before. You know what I'm saying? Like if I know somebody's like trained a little more, have a little more experience, I know to like tighten up on certain things I have problems on. But I also felt like I should have always been doing something like this. So I feel like I'm in the right spot. So you know, I don't explain it.
So with you fighting a Street Beef, do you agree that Street Beef is making you a better fighter, more competition for you?
Yeah, they're giving me my starting point. They're giving me my starting point to start fighting. And seeing how much I can push myself not being trained in a gym. So it's like how much I really want to push myself to go out there and fight people all different skill levels.
That sounds good. So what? Sunshine just came on, so here you go. Thank you for showing up, Sunshine.
What's up, Sean?
So what does it mean to be a fighter for you? What does it mean?
It means the world. It's cool that I'm doing something that I dreamed about doing as a kid. I hope to motivate people to not be scared to start boxing and stuff. Um, like even if you're not training right now, you can train yourself at home. You don't. It helps to go to a gym, but you can start at your house or in a regular gym where you lift weights.
All right, so make if you were to you guys allowed to make call outs in street beefs, or they just strictly give you matchups? Who you
Um, you can. It's like you can call people out, but you can't call like the OGs. Like Iraqi Assassin. People call them people out, but you're not supposed to, like Iraqi Assassin, Scarface. You know, um,
right.
like Esteban. But, like if you have a problem with somebody, yeah, you can call them out. But they don't. They try not to have everybody. They try not to have everybody have problems with each other.
So, what does it mean to have the support in your family? Like your mother, I know she fully supports you 1,000%. And what is it like to have her backing you up?
Uh, you know, I love it. I'm glad she likes what I'm doing. I'm glad everybody that supports me likes what I'm doing. Like my mom, my the rest of my family, my girlfriend, all that. Like it helps me want to do it more. It keeps me doing it. Keeps me motivated. When I'm like in the gym and stuff.
That's good. So, is it does it make you feel comfortable when you get to your matchup and your fights, that knowing that the people behind you are rooting for you to make you fight stronger and better at the event? Does that help you build up your motivation in the fight?
Yeah, that I have their energy motivating me. Yeah, that I can feel that they want me to win and stuff like that.
So, what's your favorite punches and your how would I say it? Your favorite strike or your favorite submission when you're fighting?
Um, my favorite. I like throwing jabs and hooks. I think my left hooks are my best punch. I've been working on uppercuts as far as standing up. But on the ground, I like arm bars and triangle chokes.
Have you ever got anybody in a submission?
Um, Nah, I was close. My second fight with Street Beefs, I almost had my opponent in a triangle, but I didn't get it right.
So so you do different fights, like you'll do MMA and then you'll do some boxing.
Yeah, I haven't done MMA in a while, but I had three fights, MMA fights, and then everything else has been boxing.
So who's your favorite street beef fighter right now? I know you say yourself, but who do you like? Like Rico Talley or I don't know, the other guy's name is Turning Pro or something. I forgot his name.
Oh, Memanon Warrior.
Yeah. So who you think is the best fighter in street beef right now overall, like undefeated record wise and a champion?
Uh, Man, I have to say, yeah, Rico and Memanon Warrior, they got the game on lock. Even though they just went pro, they had their belts on lockdown. You know what I'm saying?
So I take it with Rico leaving and all. So the title's going to be vacant. So there's other weight classes. So are we going to see the goal from you to get a strap around your waist?
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's been the goal since day one. Like I wanted to get my name on the Wall of Fame and have a belt around my waist.
Well, I'll be watching you, seeing you get that. So if you were to just say, if you were training right now, if you had a icon in the MMA, boxing, who would you like to have training in your corner to help you strive better, stronger, in the future?
Um, MMA wise, uh, I'd say Adesanya and Khabib, and then boxing. I like Sugar Ray Leonard and Mike Tyson.
That's good. So all the questions are coming up now. If you had the chance to pick one street beef fighter to fight, who would you choose?
Um, oh, Rico. I want my rematch.
That would be your matchup. You think that would that ever happen? Can they make that happen?
I don't know. I'd have to work something out with him because he has to be more careful on what he's doing because he just went pro.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. So let's see. She said rebuild. Okay. So if you I had another question there we go. So before your matchups, when you get fully 1,000 to training and getting ready for your next fight, just say you have a fight in a week or two. How long do you wait when you go full strength training to get ready for your fight?
Well, when I'm working out, I'm always trying to push myself to get stronger and better. So it's kind of like the closer I'll get to my fight, like the week of my fight, I won't lift so heavy or work so hard. You know what I'm saying? So I don't go in there with sore muscles or accidentally pull something.
All right. So what's your favorite walkout song? If you guys ever had a walkout song to walk in the ring and do it, what would you pick?
Um, I don't know. That's kind of a hard question. I like a lot of songs.
What's your favorite one? What would you want to walk out with?
I'd probably pick a Key Glock song, One of One.
Yeah, I heard that one. That's a good one. I would basically play Here Comes the Boom. I'm old. I'm old. So if you were to turn pro, what would it be like? What would your be dream like? How would you feel once you turn pro? What would the reaction be from you?
I almost wouldn't believe it after all the work I put in, and just like thinking about where I started at and how far I actually came from my start point and everything I did before I started fighting, be another surreal moment.
All right, let's see. I had a lot of questions right now. So what is the during the week of your training, like first thing you wake up in the morning, what's on your mind when you start the training? What do you want to prove on your cardio or the muscles? What's your most important in your training?
Um, yeah, I like focusing on my cardio more lately because I feel like that's my weak point right now. It's my cardiovascular. I get a little tired some fights, some than others.
So do you guys travel a lot? Like would you be going to West Coast street beef and all other areas if you could?
We're not allowed to fight in at every location, so it's like I can fight in the yard I fight in, obviously, and then I can go to Pound for Pound, which is in Hampton, Virginia, which is ran by Cornflake. But um, I can't fight in the West Coast or the scrapyard. I think I don't know about the scrapyard, but I know I couldn't. They don't want us to go out there and fight the West Coast guys. I'd go out there and visit and watch. That stuff looks cool. I like how their setups and everything, but I can't go out there and fight.
Well, you answered the question I've never known. I didn't know you guys weren't allowed to travel to other sections, like other like West Coast or anything like that. I didn't even know that. Thank you for
Right.
answering.
No problem.
So right now, another question came through. Who was your toughest opponent so far?
Um, I'd say Rico.
So what was so what was tough about that opponent? Was he hard to take down? He's too quick. Something that you could try to improve on and make yourself better for your next matchup.
We did boxing. His hands were quicker, and he could punches together a little better than me. Like he kept checking some of my punches, so he knows he was a higher skilled opponent. Probably the highest one I've fought so far.
So I can tell one of my guys that I sponsor right now, Matt Lihall, stated that I think with street beefs, mostly you guys got cold weather in your area. So does that affect most of your competition when you guys fight in the cold weather?
Um, Sort of, kinda. I mean, I try not to let it bother me, but it's like either you're gonna take the hits in the cold, or you're gonna not take the hits. Like in football, like you can tell who wants to get hit and who doesn't when it's cold outside. But my first fight, it was freezing outside, and like while I was fighting, I could feel my muscles like tightening up from not being too warm. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of affected my reaction time and how fast I was moving.
So they don't have no heaters or anything for you guys, like warm up the car so you guys stay warm and you just run in there
Oh,
and start.
no, they didn't. They didn't for a little while, but they just got some. Like the last event I went, they had an outdoor space heater, so they had the heat blowing.
So I want you to do me a favor. Show me your hoodie sweatshirt real quick. I see like a fist or something right there.
Yeah, my mom made this.
All right, that's pretty cool. So you guys wondering, that's one of my sponsors. She makes these sweaters, the hoodies and everything. So she makes some awesome sweaters, hoodies. So if you guys want to give her a holler, I'll give you guys the numbers, emails, everything later on. So what what would be a fight that you would prefer to do when you're fighting in the cold? I know a lot of people don't like cold weathers, but I know street beefs have them outside. So, how difficult would it be for other fighters, like say, "Hey, I'm not going to fight because it's cold." If he wants to fight, but I'm not doing it. So, how does that affect the competition for you guys?
Um, I don't. I've never heard anybody back out from it being too cold. I went out there, and it was cold enough for me. I didn't go out there to fight, but one time I went out there and it was. I don't see how the people were fighting because it was freezing. So shout out to those people that were fighting on that freezing day. But I wasn't about to do it. It was too cold for me to fight.
So, your mom says stand up and show the back of your hoodie.
Oh yeah, I don't know if it would have got on there.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. That's cool. So she makes a lot of stuff for you for your fights. You like what she does for you.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it. I think it's cool. It's real cool. I have a shirt with my name on the back of it too that I wear on the days I fight when it's not too cold outside.
So you see the question right here by Tyree King. Is Grisby thinking about fighting at the 155 MMA belt if Rico wins on Saturday and has to vacate the belt?
Um, I've been thinking about going back to MMA before that, but um, I honestly would have if I was doing it and he had the belt. Honestly, would have liked to try and fight him for the belt too, also. But yeah, the reason why I stopped doing MMA is because I wanted to work on my ground game. That was my weak point with MMA.
Hey man, if you need some wrestling, I'll give you some pointers. I used to wrestle for 10 years before I retired. I can't do it anymore, but I can show people the move, what they need to get done, especially my other sponsor, London. Where's he at? Hotwater or something. The D&D bait guys that gives me baits. Look him up. He knows a lot of that stuff too. So, I mean, a lot of people I know are former wrestlers and everything. So it's cool. I love MMA. I'd love to get back into it, but I think I'm officially retiring for everything except for my show. So, all right. So here's another question for you. Somebody wants to know. This is something I don't know. I've heard from Arizona, maybe Sunshine will answer this. On all your events, are there any docs or EMT at those events?
Yeah, they have a nurse that be out there, and then we have Coach Shaw from a neutral corner, so he knows what he's doing when a fighter needs help. So there's people there that actually like fully know what they're doing when somebody needs attention.
Okay, that's good to hear. Because I didn't know anything about that. I've heard like Arizona had to stop theirs because here in Arizona they have a strict rule where any events that you have out here has to have a certified EMT, a doctor, and something else. I can't remember. So now I heard the event was back on, and I missed it. It was last weekend. All right. So before we get off here, tell us what we're going to see from you in 2021. What we expect from you.
Even more improvement than everybody's been seeing since my first fight. Hopefully, bigger fights. People start asking me to come fight, or just bigger promotions. Just the next step up, whatever's next, or whatever level I need to go to.
That sounds good. So before we get off here, is there anything you'd like to say to the Street Beef families, your mom, or anybody?
Yeah, thanks everybody for the support and the positivity. Let me know you guys are behind me and you guys think I can go further. I just gotta keep working and everything. Thanks for all the opportunities. Giving my first fight and all the all the love and support to make me feel welcome to come back and not be scared to talk to you guys and all that stuff.
Hey guys, make sure you keep an eye on this guy because if you go back to MMA, he's going to get that strap around his waist when Rico Talley leaves. So keep an eye on him. His name's going to be showing up a lot. So I appreciate you for you coming on my show, taking the time and effort to give us your story, when your next fight's going to be, and all that. So hopefully we'll see you on your next event, before or after, so we get more details of how your training's going.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, thanks for the opportunity to be on here.
You're welcome, man. I'll see you. I gotta start announcing your mom's products now. So appreciate you. Appreciate your mom. Tell her I said thank you, and I'll be seeing a lot more of her.
All right, no problem, man. All right, have a good night.
You too, sir. Thank you.
All right.
All right, guys. You heard it from Marcus. Rico Talley is having his final fight this weekend. There's no ifs or not. Rico Talley is going to win his final match. So he will have to fake it, the title. So hopefully Marcus will get the shot at the MMA, title belt after Rico Talley leaves. So we will keep an eye on that. And I'm sure Sunshine will keep me posted on all those, what's going on, and give you more info because I love to see that boy have a strap around his waist. So now I'd like to thank my sponsor, which you look on the right-hand corner, Eve Craft. Check it out. See the product behind me? I have my whole station now. She makes wine glasses. You can put your logo, your wife's name on there. Print out your wife's name on the wine glass. You can have your own logo, personalize it for yourself, and she'll make it for you. You can see my coffee cup, which I use every morning for my coffee. So if you look right there, beer mug. I love the beer mug. So at night, I don't drink beer no more. I drink wine. So my wine goes in that glass. That's my wife's glass right there, the wine. So if you look in the back, you also got a face mask. I'll be my logo on and stuff. She can make logos for your face mask and everything. So you have to wear the plain one stuff, which is pretty cool. I wear my mask. Also, if you look far in the back, it's a flag. You can put them in there, hang your flag on a car. You can hang it outside your house. You can carry it to your event. If you have an event going on, a fight, just throw it over your ring. You can show the logo. It's pretty cool what she does. So everything Street Beef does for their fighters and everything, Street Beef is like a family. And I like what the fighters do. I love their stories. So getting them on my show, hearing about their stories, some of them have like bad past. Street Beef makes their life a little better. They make themselves better during the fights, training, meeting the family that helps them. They have a lot of support in Street Beef systems. check their YouTube out, guys. You'll see they have over millions and millions of views on any videos. So I also want to thank my other sponsor, D&D Baits. He's got baits so good, which I sent him away. He customize his own baits. So if you guys want to look on his website, D&D Baits, he has business out of Washington. Check him out. I'll be giving out prizes next week for some more baits, so keep an eye on that. And Steve Tyson, the Hitman, I appreciate you helping me out bringing fighters to my show from the BKFC, MMA, former fighters. I love hearing their stories and everything. Let's continue growing my show. All the support I have, I appreciate you guys helping me out. And remember, guys, if you want a t-shirt, hang on for a second. All right. So if you look right here, I got my order of shirts in. It's my logo on there, my full broadcast show 24/7. If you guys are looking to purchase a shirt from me and you can wear my shirt on your walkouts, wear them, support me, whatever you guys like to do. It's $25 a shirt, or you could donate some money to get shirt. I could do it that way. I just love the support that everybody's getting me. I'm growing. I'm going to continue to grow. I'm going to help fighters get their stories out there. So please, if you want to get on my show, talk about your stories, your career, and whatnot, what's going to happen in 2021 with your fight career and everything, just message me. I'll be glad to help you get your story. So that's the end of my day. Good night, everybody, from the Full Broadcast 24/7 Sports News, live interviews, and media coverage. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Have a good night from the Full Broadcast.